What is up everyone, it's TK and today I'm going to show you a strategy that I believe is going to be meta after the update and basically the balance changes, which is going to be tomorrow. So this video is recorded a day early, so you might be thinking, well, how am I recording this without actually being in the update? Guys, I'm going to friendly challenge in hard mode. Yes, let's dive in and see what's going on. Alright, here we are in hard mode, and guys, don't forget, one thing is for sure, and that is the equipments actually get also nerfed in the hard mode, and the damage is 20% more. So obviously I wanted to kind of make sure I balance everything basically depending on the damage. And one thing that I've changed about this army is the Warden with this equipment with the Rage Gem and the Lizard. The Lizzie, the Poison Lizard, is amazing because obviously you need to watch out for minion prints. After the update, your Valkyries or Disarmers can't take him down. That's why we're gonna run the RC with this army as well inside that Warden ability, basically trying to catch everything. And you can also take Headhunters. In the original army, I've put Headhunters for you. If you can see you don't have the 340 camping spots, you can kind of cost it down and like take out from like minions and take one less loon, so you can have at least one headhunter in the army. You can see we got 4 or is it 5 disarmer troop, and this is hard mode. I know these disarmers actually have one less life, but honestly, do you think that would have made a difference? And the thing is, again, this is hard mode. Everything else is fully nerfed. Even though I have a maxed equipment, it's fully nerfed. If you have not practiced hard mode, go ahead and challenge it now. See if you can triple your base with this, kind of event troop. If the base is designed to defend it, that is going to be a bit tough, but that's why this army is still going to be broken, because the clone actually didn't affect the Yeti mites as well. You can actually clone the Yetis. You don't need to start with your Yeti on the outside and clone it. This is super helpful in this like kind of, I would say, meta to keep you going with the triples. But let's move on to the next friendly challenge. Next up, I'm gonna have a more spread out base for you. Something that is gonna be a bit annoying with that, of course, poison towers, with the kind of way that everything is spread out, so your Valkyries or basically disarmers doesn't have too much of a chance to go dive into the base. Now look at this. We pop this blimp a bit into the core. We have the 4 clones absolutely wrecking this core. Watch the poison lizard. It's actually slowing down the minion prints, so we had like nothing else to kill it. We literally had nothing except the Yetis, which they don't target anything. But look at the RC. This is exactly that little kind of, I would say, explanation and example basically of, well, the minion prince is dead. Your RC can go for it. That's why. On the other approaches that I showed you, because I'm going for a very quick attacks, I used to drop the RC with that shield and that rocket spur to get a whole entire side of the base for the funnel. But honestly, guys, look how crushing this is in hard mode. As I said, a lot of you might have not a clue like how hard mode works, but the way the equipments are basically nerfed is balancing everything already. And with the troops, of course, they're gonna be a bit more nerfed with like the damage, the bit of HP. As I said, the Valk doesn't hit the air, but you don't need anything hitting the air except, of course, if it's a Super Dragon Clan Castle or the Minion Prince, which Poison Lizard, Rage Warden, and your Royal Champion will take care of that. You can also take one less of your clones and take a freeze or 2 or a skeleton spell or basically an invisibility just to help out a bit in the core. Let's move on to our next approach. Next approach, I want to show you what happens if you dive into a tornado or early traps. This is basically the whole entire point of this attack. I want to show you it doesn't matter even if you catch a very baited tornado trap. Look at this. We're going to catch this blimp with the Valkyries spreading out, and I have some minions on the sides. I have the king in front of the queen, in front of the monolith. Quite crazy, but look at this clone. You can clone into that core where you missed with the blimp. Even if it's really on the outside, you can always make it. Just make sure you drop one loon before your blimp and then the blimp itself. This army, as I said, like guys, like don't take this lightly. The minion prince in a hard mode it's literally two monolith. I'm not even joking. This guy alone, you can literally see, you can drop 5 headhunters for him. If there is other defenses around, he won't die. He's like a king on the air with the damage of the queen, and that's just the minion prince. Again, in this army, we had the RC take care of him. As I said, in the original army that is down below in the description, I have put 1 headhunter instead of my few minions. I actually did more friendly challenges with the headhunters to see what happens, but the minions are just fine. Now look at this. We got 2 more Valkyries, King, Queen, and the Royal Champion. Like, these attacks are not like, okay, it's like hogs finishing the base, or it's a very low HP giant, or just the queen that is nearly dying. No, guys, this is hard mode at its peak. These are the bases that are baiting this strategy. So you can see the power it holds. Let's move on to one more friendly challenge. So on this one, we have another rage compartment in the core and a poison tower. Kind of the meta in the Legends League right now, or with the double rages. It's just the way the bases are right now. Even if it's a double rage base, you obviously want to dive into the kind of area that is with the Gigabomb that is inside that rage tower and go ahead for the town hall. You can clone on the outside of the town hall when there is like nothing around it. But in this case, we had to crush the core. Look how the Lizzie just moves around the base with Warden. I don't know why the Warden is following a minion and left the Valkyries, but guys, we got the King ability opening everything. We got 2 Valks on the top. We got 3 Valks on the lower side. Guys, nothing died. Again, this is hard mode. The troops aren't nerfed when I'm recording this. Obviously, with the nerf, the way they work, look, they're not even shooting the minion prints. You can see how perfect the example are. Imagine if they cannot shoot the air. Every single one of these attacks, the Valks didn't kill the minion prints. That is one of the issues, for example. The other sides, you have the clones actually going ahead and kind of tanking for the clan castle of the enemy, which, guys, just look how crushing this is. Like, I cannot explain this enough. This is already nerfs in multiple ways, and the damage that the defenses do in hard mode are a lot more than what you do in the normal matches with the nerfed troop. So the nerfed troop didn't get 20% less like HP and damage. It's just a little bit. But the defense's buff is where I want to put the balance, but a bit even higher to show you that the strategy works in even a better aspect of the game, which is the hard mode. You can still even work this around. Like, trust me, it's insane how this works. But I like you guys a lot. Let's move on to one more friendly hit. So here we are on another very spread out base that doesn't give you too much value on the surrounding of the town hall. Let's see how I take this. Now look at this. The Valkyries here obviously took down the minion prince in one shot, but we already had the Lizzie, Rage, and the kind of the Royal Champion. They would have crushed that minion prince anyway. Look at the clone I'm doing. I'm just gonna clone on the surroundings and on the outside of the town hall area, but on both sides. So we get enough amount of Yetis on each of the sides, and also these are the same Yetis that will actually crush those defenses. This little thing had not been changed in the update that we got today. It's just not changed. The Yeti mites that are getting cloned are changed. So you need to clone the Yetis. Don't miss the clone. It's gonna be a bit tougher. I'm not saying it's impossible then to triple. It's gonna be tougher, but look how beautiful this attack is coming to an end. Of course, we got so many Valkyries, and don't forget, they have 1 less life. But obviously, this is like the second time they died, so they're coming back. They were like really helpful entire base, and I'm telling you, these bases, they're designed to defend this. These are the World Championship bases that I built and my friends built. We put them together, baited certain entries, trapped them, and it's getting crushed. And that is, again, hard mode, guys. The thing is, like, I know a lot of you will say, it's not much left of the end of the attack. I don't know what to say. It's like, it doesn't look that crushing. Well, guys, do not forget, hard mode is harder than the nerf that we are getting. So this is even more harder to attack to. So in the nerf system in Legends League, you're gonna see how crushing this strategy still is. Like, I watched Itsu's video on the balance changes, and he was right about one thing, that you don't really feel that difference in a high legends. People that know what to do, people that know how to clone the entries, certain sui, how to keep the queen alive, how to drop the RC in a proper way, the proper pet, and also equipment. Like this little change with the warden, with the rage gem and the poison lizard can kill the enemy king and the enemy minion prince with the help of your RC. Alone, these two are insane. Like I'm telling you, this strategy is going to be still meta after the update. Just a few changes to it to make it still good and useful. And hopefully again you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you want to see more in the future. I think tomorrow I'm going to bring a base, well, at least try to bring a base that defends this army. But obviously, the chances are very low. There's a certain base that is being kind of going around, so I'm building kind of something similar to it. And I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's a very decent base. I'm not even gonna lie. Testing it out tomorrow in Legends. If it does well, I'm going to bring you the day after so you can enjoy it as well. As I said, hopefully you like this video. Make sure you come back tomorrow for more. Take care and peace.